I think it's pretty safe to say that the Witcher franchise, for Netflix at least, is not doing very well. Doing great on video game consoles, and the book sales, I think, had some nice spikes when the show first dropped. And I think around that second season, there were still some high book sales. Those people probably read those books and then thought, what is going on with this series? This is nothing like the books. That's why when these people are so out of touch, I'm telling you, they drop something like this. So they drop The Witcher Season 3. It's going to have stuff you've never seen in the games or the books. And people are rightfully saying, that's not what we want you to do. Have you learned nothing? This is why Henry Cavill left. Because he wanted you to tell the story from the books. That's all people have wanted you to do. But they're like, no, we're going to show you things you've never seen or read before. You don't get it. You deserve to see this show crash and burn. And it will. Just teasing this season was met with backlash. Just teasing it. Every time they put a trailer out, it gets downvoted to hell. This series is done. They're going to put out season 3 probably in 2 parts because they're going to do their best to get as much out of that Henry Cavill last appearance as they can, because they know once he's gone, the show is likely screwed. I just don't see people sticking around. And I have nothing against Liam Hemsworth, but he's no Henry Cavill. I just don't see him picking this role up. I think season 3 is going to have awful ratings. I don't know how many seasons have been greenlit by Netflix. I don't know if they've started shooting season 4 yet, but I question if that season will even get made, because I just don't see a lot of people tuning back in for season 3. Or maybe they will. I mean, Henry Cavill at the end of the day is still going to be in it. So we'll see. I mean, time will tell. But we know why he left. We know the drama behind the scenes. And the Witcher showrunner, she knows it too. And that's why she's out there begging people to come back. Please come back. Please come back. You need to think of all of the people that are working here. I think she said something like that. The exact quote's in this article. It's a big deal for us too. And that's the thing, she said about Cavill's departure. There's a lot of talk and rumors, and we fully understand why fans are going there. What I will say is please come back for The Witcher Season 3 so that we can continue to do this. we want to keep making the show. We screwed up. I know we did. Obviously, Cavill's departure is huge news. But what I don't want to do is this has to stay about Blood Origin. The cast and the crew, this is their time in the spotlight. Nobody watched that show. The show was a disaster. Disaster. But now we have some more stuff that's come out. I thought this was rather interesting. The Witcher showrunner, Lauren Hisrich, found Henry Cavill really annoying due to his over-enthusiasm to play Geralt. Now, I believe this, and I'm going to tell you why. We can just go right back to this article real quick. X-Men 97 writer shares the one condition required to work on the revival, and that's that you need to have been a fan of the original series, which probably isn't that hard to find. I mean, come on. This show was amazing. At least the first 4 seasons were. That 5th season is a turd. But the stuff before that is really good. Holds up today even. I watched the whole thing a couple of months ago. Sat down and went through it all again. It's amazing stuff. But this was what he said when recruiting. I've been on a show, namely Witcher, where some of the writers were not fans or actively disliked the books and games, even actively mocking the source material. It's a recipe for disaster and bad morale. Fandom is a litmus test, checks egos, and makes all the long nights worth it. You have to respect the work before you're allowed to add to its legacy. Now, I really like that quote quite a bit, and it actually makes me think that maybe, just maybe, this show will be okay. I'm not getting my hopes up too high, but we don't hear shit like that very often. So I have no doubt that the showrunner feels the same way as the writers for this. She hired him, probably asked him in the interview, you a fan of the material? No? Hired. So, of course, Henry Cavill was probably annoying to her because we all know he's a huge nerd and he loves Geralt. Imagine like being a huge fan of something and you're an actor and you get to step in and play that role. I think that's probably a pretty cool thing. Probably pretty awesome. So, yeah, he was probably enthusiastic, excited about it. We all know he was. There was that rumor that he was going above her head trying to get things changed. That's why he left. He left because he was annoyed about how they were trashing the character and the material. The source material. Henry Cavill's role as Geralt as Geralt of Rivia in The Witcher was immensely praised by critics and video game enthusiasts. Loved the actor's performance as he adapted himself to the role, bringing out the depth and complexity of the character. It was a shock to the fans when it was announced that the actor will not return to the series and that Liam Hemsworth would be stepping into the role. But let's take a look at what's going on here. So, this was before the show was written. The actor continued to pester his agents for a meeting, and after repeated attempts, the program creator agreed to sit for a meeting as he was really annoying and told the actor that she has to write the script of the show. I will meet with you. The show is not greenlit. There is nothing. Thank you. I have to go write the show now. And then this is what Henry Cavill said to back up this. It was something I wasn't going to let pass me by without giving it my best shot. I annoyed my agents all the time. They said they are not ready. Going into this with already on a bad footing. But she still brought him in because she knew. I mean, it's Henry Cavill. It would bring all of the milkshakes to the yard. So I think this is such a mess. And Netflix has got to be kicking themselves for hiring her to do this. I don't know. Maybe it was she submitted this was all her pitch and she's the reason that it's got going. But damn, she was the wrong person to take this franchise. What she did was she read through something that she knew she could hijack. She knew she could change it to whatever she wanted. She's the Kathleen Kennedy of The Witcher. That's what she is. So, what a shit show. This could have been an easy layup. You could have made a lot of money here. You could have been selling figures and statues of all of these characters and merchandise, and it would have been crazy, crazy profitable. But instead, you decide to take another established property, insert your bullshit into it, and you lost everybody. Now you're looking at a colossal failure with Season 3. After already coming off of a colossal failure with Witcher Blood Origin, you're going to have another colossal failure with Witcher Rats or whatever that show is that's coming out. And I would say your career would likely be over, but it's Hollywood. All that failure, for some reason, that seems to make executives think people are hot. So she'll probably get another franchise after this. This is the crazy shit about Hollywood. Doesn't matter. You could fail upward. Oh, you had 35 bombs and lost a studio millions of dollars? No problem. You're exactly the kind of person we're looking for. I just don't get it. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Also, if you would, please like, subscribe, share the video. Make sure you're still subscribed. Hit that notification bell. Check out my Rumble and Locals, and I'll see you on the next one. Peace. Make sure to check out my Locals. There's a link in the description. It's a fun community that I'm trying to build over here.
if you don't want to support me on YouTube, you can come over here. None of that money goes to YouTube. You also can just come over here for free. But if you are a supporter over here, I do plan on doing an extra live stream once a month and throwing links to the supporters so you can actually come on and have a supporter live stream with me. Also, it's a good place to catch all of my content. You don't have to worry about notifications like YouTube. They'll definitely work over here. So come check out my locals.